Alright, what's going on, you fam? Raiyuden here. We just got the Legends Fest reveal, and we just got the kits for the new Legends Limited Goku and Vegeta with the Synchro Gauge to Gogeta, as well as Super Janemba. I'm gonna just come out and say it. I was expecting a new mechanic with the Synchro Gauge. I know I don't want to sound like I'm asking for too much, but I was really hoping we would see a new mechanic because that's what sold us 6th anniversary. It wasn't just in-game fusion, it was that they took it a step above and gave him new abilities. Assault Chain, regardless of how you care about his performance, that was a cool mechanic. I like that. The Rising Rush nullification stuff from Vegito, as toxic as it was, I'm still gonna give him a green box because that was a new mechanic. Why is everyone just getting time type unique gauges? What is this? I was honestly expecting more outside of just in-game fusion, but alright, that's cool. Like, we got our Gogeta, we got a Janemba. I sure as hell did not think they would do an LF Janemba. I thought they'd be going with 2 heroes, but I will take a villain being part of the headliners. I think them being more flexible with their character choices is the way to go. I'm fine with it. You guys let me know in the comment section below how you feel about it. Let's go ahead and see what we got here. Fuse into Super Gogeta. Legends Limited Goku and Vegeta joins the fight. Number 1 for strengths, Goku and Vegeta's defensive abilities on tag switch or battlefield entry. Both have multiple defensive abilities like destroying the enemy's hand, lowering their strike blast arts power, as well as nullifying own damage received element disadvantage. Number 2, fuse at the brink of defeat. When hit by an arts attack at 50% or less, the synchro gauge needed for fusion charges by 50%. Mount your counter attack with fusion when you're cornered. Number 3, Super Gogeta's overwhelming firepower. After fusing, nullify enemy endurance and special cover changes on every battlefield entry. Plus, when the unique gauge is fully charged, receive a boost to damage inflicted and a 100% total increase to special move damage. Unleash absolutely devastating special move arts. Overcome powerful foes with the ultimate fusion. When they did the breakdown for Super Gogeta, the first thing that came to mind was, this sounds a lot like transforming Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I don't know. Sounds a lot like the boy. What's this? Force draw a bunch of cards, has a lot of card draw speed, and inherently owns anti-insurance. I don't know, man. That sounds very familiar. I don't know. We're kind of back to where we were before. But alright. We know that they're green also. Z ability. So it's Movie Saga, Blast Attack, and Strike Defense. But the remaining ones are for Saiyans and Fusion Warriors. Is there a max HP at the end? Ah, okay, no. Wait. Oh. Yo, they did something new. This is a new Z ability. If you are a Fusion Warrior character, your blast damage is up by 10%. Notice, this is not base blast attack. This is blast damage at the end. 10% increase to whatever damage your blast arts is going to do. This is after they calculate all the base blast attack stuff. Oh, that's new. Usually when they do this kind of thing, it's a max HP, but they went for an offensive Z ability. Interesting. Strike Arts has blast armor, so charge in without fear of the enemy's blast arts, get a boost to damage on activation. So strike card on activation, get 10 to 20% damage. His blast arts, while not an effect on blast arts in general, this character has a blast arts with armor. They gave him armor break. Ho ho ho. They gave him the blast armor break card. Oh my days. I did not think they would do it, but they did it. Stacks damage, has blast armor break. Blue card charges a switch gauge by 100%. Turn it into a combo with a tag switch. So massive damage. On activation, 20% to unique gauge charge rate. Switch gauge plus 100%. Special move damage plus 30%. On hit, destroy 3 enemy cards. Green card, special arts will also charge the switch gauges. Increasing your opponent's substitution counts on hit is also a very powerful way to bring down the enemy in your sights. On activation, you get 50 ki and your switch gauge goes up by 60%. When you hit the enemy, draw a card if your hand has 3 or fewer. Cancels attribute downgrades under normal conditions, very nice. You know, if you just so happen to get rid of CMZ and he's smacking you paralysis and whatnot, you may as well try to YOLO a green card. And all enemies subcount +2. This, I guess, is meant to substitute not getting cover null here because your opponent is technically locked in for a hit. Works the exact same way as, say, the Saiyan Saga Blue Goku when he enters the field and you get that +2 subcount. It's like that. Chainable with a Strike Blast, another green, and a blue. Tag switch ability. This allows you to tag switch to Vegeta, decrease one enemy Dragon Ball 1 time. That's strong. So tag switch to Vegeta, heal 10%, unique gauge plus 10%, enemy loses 1 Dragon Ball. Your starter ability gets even stronger when there are Movie Saga and Fusion Warrior battle members. Damage starting at 305%. They pushed the notch by 5%. I think normally it's 300%. I think that's what Ultra CMZ is sitting at. Damage guard is at 200%, 70% key recovery with level 1 card draw speed. Also, per other Movie Saga or Fusion Warrior battle member, get another 20% damage and 15% damage guard. This might be controversial, but going forward, Legends has to do more of this. Characters are getting complicated. Characters are getting diverse. Characters are doing a lot of things. It is very easy for us to end up in the same scenario we had where Ultra Majin Vegeta, Shin, and Green transforming Super Saiyan 3 Goku can just infinitely combo and just make this recipe for no retaliation. They need to start restricting characters a bit more. These little multipliers, I guess, is a start, but they need to start restricting very powerful gimmicks to specific teams as well, akin to what Daima did with the LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku. His Indestructible was tied to a full Daima team. I don't care what anybody says. The game has been around for over 7 years. Characters are getting crazy. We need to restrict them more. Think about it this way. Imagine Ultra Full Power Frieza only got cover null from the Death Beam if he fought with 2 LOE allies. Imagine if Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, only had buff removal when he was fighting with 2 GT allies. Small things like that. It doesn't take away as a whole from the character, but it's a very easy way to make them less obnoxious. If you don't do that, you end up with a triple Ultra team that's impossible to kill, and you deal with Frieza just leader slaughtered everywhere, just going pew 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 pew, because that active scalability is just so strong. You need to do that now. Unique ability. Dish out powerful combos by drawing cards and nullifying special cover changes on battlefield entry. When taking an arts attack at 50% health or less, one time only, reduce the enemy key by 100 and charge the synchro gauge by 50%. Fuse when you're on the brink of defeat. This is funny because I think in the 6th anniversary, the disrupt effect from Vegeta was stronger because I think he destroyed the entire enemy hand, where for Gogeta, he was just reducing ki. But I would argue at this point, reducing ki might be a little bit more valuable because so many characters have so many protective measures from their hands getting killed. Taking away 100 ki might be better, especially given some characters get boxed in after long combos. So that's funny to see. On tag switch or battlefield entry, you'll draw a card if you have 3 or fewer. You get 30 ki, nullify cover change for 5 counts, nullify damage received element disadvantage, so you'll be type neutral defensively for 5 counts. You'll destroy 1 enemy card, and you'll reduce their strike/blast arts power by 15%. When you use a strike or blast arts, your unique gauge charges by 5%, and your switch gauge goes up by 60% one time. When hit by an enemy's arts, unique gauge plus 5%. Ally subcount -1, very strong. This is what the Ultra Super Vegito Plat has, where Vegito can just show up in the field continuously because of the subcount manipulation. And all enemy key recovery -30%. This, paired alongside the battle system changes that they made, very strong. Also, if health is 50% or lower, one time only, you'll heal 20% of your health, your synchro gauge will go up by 50%, the enemy loses 100 ki, and all enemy subcount +2. This is important for this disrupt because this stops the opponent from just swapping to somebody else who will get a bunch of ki or will get a bunch of cards. So this, in conjunction with this, is a perfect way to just stop the combo. Your opponent will not be able to continue unless they go to a character who, on entry, will reduce subcount. And I think... sorry, no, will reduce sub count if they were to use a card. But with this, I don't think it'll ever happen. This is just a really good disrupt. When on the battlefield, an enemy activates a blue card, ultimate awaken art to Rising Rush, ally sub count -5, while canceling enemy buff effects. His cover changes against blast cards. He can chain the blue. Unique gauge. A time type unique gauge that charges while not defeated. Restore ally health when fully charged and boost own and ally damage. When the unique gauge is full, he gets 10% damage, health restore plus 10%, allies heal 15%, and allies get 10% damage. Charges very slowly while not defeated. And then the synchro gauge. Tap the synchro gauge at 100% to fuse into Super Gogeta. Charges slightly each time the switch ability is used. Vegeta. Alright, so I'm assuming Vegeta's kit is exactly the same as Goku's, but this is the tag switch that they're going through first. So Vegeta is going to be the same Z ability. Strike and Blast is going to be the exact same thing. Got Blast Armor, but again, they have the Blast Armor break card. Blue card. Vegeta's special move arts have the same features as Goku's. Yep, no need to cover that. But Vegeta's green card gives him Vanish Restoration. So you'll draw a card, get 50 ki, switch gauge plus 60%, Vanish plus 70%. And unlike Goku's, Vegeta's is a stop time green. If I remember correctly, Goku's is a melee-based green, where on hit, he's going to have the extra sub count, right? Yeah, right here. So melee-based green on Goku, stop time event green on Vegeta with Vanish Restoration. That's pretty nice. Cancel attribute downgrades that are normal conditions. So being on the Vegeta side with a green when you kill a character like Ultra CMZ would probably be ideal. Switch ability, tag switch to Goku, and just like Goku, just decrease one enemy Dragon Ball one time. So this is all the same. The effects are the same as Goku, so you use them in the same way. This is all the same stuff as what Goku had. But Vegeta's cover change is a strike-based one, chainable with the blue. And he has the exact same time unique gauge. Now we got the fusion into Gogeta. So his strike is the same. Blast is the same. Blue card. Gogeta has a special move arts that will nullify blast arts and endurance. So on activation, he'll get 50% blue card damage with nullifying endurance for 10 counts. This is strong because if you're somebody that deliberately misses the blue card, you can just go for a rush or an overdrive and have the beautiful anti-endurance as part of your kit. That's a common move. On hit, destroy 3 enemy cards. And I noticed the arrows that they use here to show this being a melee-based blue have a unique arrow to say it nullifies blast arts. That's interesting. Do you see this? Blast armor, nullify blast arts. Cool. Green card. A powerful green card that restores health, ki, and the Vanish gauge. It also nullifies element disadvantages when used with a fully charged unique gauge. So with a green card, Gogeta will draw 1 card, heal 10%, get 50 ki, get 70% Vanish, and cancel attribute downgrades that are normal conditions. So he basically got Vegeta's green. But when the unique gauge is full, he goes type neutral, and all enemy sub count +2, aka you got a nice small window to lock the opponent in. Draw a blue card and up to 3 more cards, claim victory in one go. So Gogeta's main ability draws him a blue, gives him 3 cards if his hand is 3 or fewer, gives him 15% health, 50 ki, 2 Dragon Balls, and protect hand. This is busted. Earning 2 Dragon Balls is busted. You guys have ran into the Kid Super Saiyan 3 Goku. That main ability, taking away Vanish and giving him 2 Dragon Balls, is just a wombo combo for a rush. Or if you just so happen to be low HP, they just get that drop combo blue card and you're dead. Very dangerous combo. So this is very strong. Unique ability. After fusing, get a permanent increase to damage and unique gauge charge rate. Plus, nullify special cover changes and endurance each time you enter the field. Stay on the offense with relentless power. So on fusion or battlefield entry, draw a special arts next, a green card. Draw 1 card if your hand has 3 or fewer. Get 10% healing, 30 ki, 30% damage, unique gauge charge rate plus 100%. So now he's restoring it by 10% versus the 5 before. Nullify cover changes, uncancelable. That's interesting. Is that the first time I've ever seen cover change not being cancelable? Because we do have a few characters that can take away buffs, right? We got the Zenkai Future Gohan, and we got the LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku. This tells me, as part of Fest, we're going to get another character that takes away buff effects on hits, or on entry, or on something to justify this. I see it soon. Nullify endurance for 10 counts. Nullify damage received, element disadvantage, so type neutral defensively. Destroy an enemy card and minus 15 to strike blast art's power. After strike blast art's use, if hand has 1 card or fewer, draw up to 2 cards, get 50 key. When hit by an enemy's arts, minus 2 sub count. Activation reset on switch. All enemy key recovery minus 40%. When the enemy activates a blue card, ultimate awaken arts or rising rush, all sub count, ally sub count minus 5 while canceling the buff effects. His cover changes strike changeable with the blue. The unique gauge, while the unique gauge is full, receive a buff to damage and a 50% increase to special move damage. Unleash devastating special move arts. Time type unique gauge, while it's full, get 30% damage on cancelable, 50% blue card damage on cancelable, and all arts cost minus 5 on cancelable. This is the spooky part because this blue card is going to be one-shotting everybody because Gogeta is very easy type neutral. When enemy attack ends with a full unique gauge, ally health is 10%, ally subcount minus 2, enemy key minus 40. Charges while not defeated, consumed entirely when an enemy attack ends with a full unique gauge. So that is to say, how do we rate Gogeta? I don't want to say yet. I don't want to say it just yet. Blast Armor Break, easy type neutral, gain Dragon Balls via the main ability, one-shotting blue cards, devastating multipliers with stacking damage. I don't know. I think it's fair to say he's probably the best character in the game right now. But we'll have to see. Again, the game is very complicated and so many characters can do so many things. Sometimes it's not just a matter of individually what does this character do, it's a matter of how they synergize with the teams that pair with them best. But I would say Gogeta is easily top 3. Easily top 3 character. Actually, no, I'm going to say top 4 because we have Ultra CMZ, Fusion Zamasu, and Android 13. Those 3 together just have such beautiful synergy, power, overall capability paired together. We have to see how Gogeta would interact with against these 3 characters first before we judge. But yeah, the uncancelable cover null. This is definitely a big one and probably an answer to the unique gauge from Ultra CMZ and stuff like that. So we'll have to see. You guys let me know in the comment section below. How do you feel about Gogeta? Be on the lookout for the Genoma show breakdown. We're going to be talking about that next. Until next time, peace.